Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. My name is Amir. Thank you for listening. You can find this podcast on Apple, Spotify, and Google. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So thank you so much. So the Miami Heat are going to play the Golden State Warriors tonight at the Kaseya Center. And this is a huge game for the Miami Heat. Right now, the Miami Heat are the seventh seed in the Eastern Conference. They're 39 and 32. And with only 11 games left, the Miami Heat have a limited opportunity to avoid the NBA play in tournament and must win every single game so they can get a top six seed again to avoid the play in back-to-back seasons. So the Miami Heat are one game behind the Indiana Pacers, who are at the sixth seed. They had a huge victory last night on the road against the Clippers, and a few nights ago they also beat the Los Angeles Lakers. So two big road victories for the Pacers on the West Coast. So the Miami Heat need to win every game, like I mentioned, and we do need to depend on other teams ahead of us as well, which is unfortunate. So Pacers one game ahead of us. The Magic are the fifth seed, and they're 3 games ahead of us. So with 11 games left, it's going to be tough to catch up to the Orlando Magic, which is a surprise because they're a young team, and I thought that they would fall down the standings throughout the season. And they were the second seed and the third seed for a little bit in the beginning of the year. Then they kind of fell back to the 7th, 8th, and they've climbed their way up. And they've been playing really good basketball lately. They've won 7 out of the last 10. They're 25 and 10 at home. The Miami Heat are only 18 and 16 at home. So they're a better home team, even though they're a younger team. And they're going to be tough to catch up. But the Miami Heat won the season series against them. So I think it was 3-1. But the Knicks are also ahead of the Miami Heat by 4 games. So again, pretty tough to catch up to the Knicks. But the Knicks at least are dealing with injuries. They have Julius Randle out, and they also have OG Anunoby, who is out again after coming back from wrist surgery. So he had some complications. So the biggest, I guess, opportunity right now is leapfrogging the Pacers because they're 1 game ahead of us. And we do play them next week, which is good. So we need to absolutely win against the Pacers. I believe it's on the road. But either way, for this video, I want to talk about the Miami Heat playing against the Golden State Warriors, who are also in a predicament right now. So that team has been struggling as well. They're 36 and 34. They're the 10th seed right now in the Western Conference. And they're 18 and 19 at home, which is insane. They're 18 and 15 on the road. So they're a better road team, similar to Miami. So not the best recipe for Miami, that they're not the best at home and they're playing against the team that plays better on the road. So could be a tough matchup, but it's always going to be a tough matchup when you're playing against Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga, who's been playing really good basketball since he was inserted, in that starting lineup a while back. But either way, they're the 10th seed, and right now they're only a half game above the Rockets, and the Rockets have won 9 out of the last 10, and that's insane. Like, they have Alperen Sengun, who's been out with an injury. He avoided a major injury, but messed up his ankle and knee, and they're fighting. So if the Warriors lose tonight, I believe the Rockets will leapfrog them with only 10 games remaining. So big game for the Warriors and for the Heat. So I figure both are gonna play passionately, I'm hoping, tonight. We'll see, but you never know with this Miami Heat team. You get 1 game where you win by 37 points, up by 45 at one point, and score 120 something points, and then you can go the next game scoring only like 90 points. So we'll see what you get tonight with the Miami Heat. But either way, I just wanted to make a quick video to talk about some injury updates. So do have some positive news and updates for the Miami Heat going into this game tonight. So the Heat have listed both Bam Adebayo, who had a lower back contusion. He missed the game last week, but came back after 1 game. And Jamal Cain, who had a left thumb sprain, not a big deal because he's not really in the rotation, are both available tonight. So good sign for Bam Adebayo. He missed the game against the Cavs. We beat them twice recently, so not the most recent one he played in that last game. Miami still is going to be missing Duncan Robinson, which is unfortunate, and he has a back issue of his own. But I heard Heater being a little precautionary right now, and that he should be good to go soon. So Duncan will be out tonight again. We all know Jay Rich is out for the season. Tyler Herro, he is also out with a foot injury. I don't even know how many games he's missed now. He's only played 36 games all year. He's missed like 15 in a row now, maybe more. And so he is going to be out as well. But there was some news saying that the Heat are going to reevaluate him, I believe, this week, meaning that he could potentially come back and play. Hopefully, I would say the last 5 or 6 games. He's young. He's 23. But still, he needs to get back into game shape. He needs to test that foot and his pain tolerance. And he needs to get back into that NBA cardio shape before the playoffs. So he needs to play. I don't want him to come in to the playoffs rusty. So hopefully he can come back with even more than that. Hopefully with 8 games left. So maybe he misses the next 3 or so. Doesn't play this week, but hopefully next week he comes back. We'll see. Jaime Jaquez Jr., who missed the Heat's last game, is listed as questionable with an ankle issue himself. So that's unfortunate because he's been super durable and it was tough. But either way, we won that game against the Cavs without him. So that's good. He's been a standout rookie this season, averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists per game, while shooting 48% from the field, 31% from 3. But his 3-point shooting has been horrendous the last few months. He's been shooting like 17% for like the month of March. Last month, he was shooting like 22%. So his averages were pretty high the first few months of the season, and he was shooting like 37%, which was insane because he was someone who came out of college not shooting the ball well from deep or even the mid-range, honestly. But either way, Jaime is questionable. Hopefully he plays. In addition to Jaime on the questionable list, Kevin Love, who has missed 21 games this season. He's missed the last like 12 or 13. He has been upgraded from out to questionable. So he's had that right heel bruise. And I think the Heat are just being extra cautious with him. He's 35 and he's our best backup big. So we need him for the playoffs, for his leadership, his championship experience, rebounding, shooting, all the things that he does well for this Miami Heat in limited time. So that's the good news is Kevin Love basically has an opportunity to play. He hasn't played since February 27th against the Blazers. That was the last game he's played. So it's been almost a full month of basketball. Hoping he can return tonight. I mean, he also needs to play also, like since he's missed so much. He needs to get back into basketball shape. It's about cardio right now. And it's about getting back into rhythm. And again, getting back into that NBA speed. So we'll see what happens. But he's been great this year. He, the former 5-time All-Star, former NBA champion, is averaging 9 points, 6.2 rebounds, 2.2 assists per game, 44% from the field, 35%, not too bad, from 3 in like 15 minutes per game or whatever it is. It's under 20. So anyway, the Heat, like I mentioned, huge implications tonight for the Heat and for the Warriors. So if the Miami Heat want to get within a half game of the Pacers, they must win because we'll have 40 wins. They have 41, so they'll still be a half a game ahead of us. Again, Golden State is battling for position in the play-in tournament as well. And again, they're only 1 game ahead of the Houston Rockets. And this Warrior team wants to make it to the playoffs just as badly as the Miami Heat does. So it should be an interesting game. One stat to remind folks: Steph Curry, second lowest shooting percentage against any team, 35%. The Miami Heat. When does Steph ever shoot 35% against other teams? Super rare, obviously, but against the Miami Heat, for some reason, doesn't play as well shooting wise. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in. And again, if you're listening, follow on the podcasts on Apple, Spotify, Google, etc. And then again, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.